ValveTime.net.
Hi, and welcome to the ValveTime News. Each week we'll bring you the biggest talking points regarding Valve and the community. Now the news. Dota 2's international compendium has been obliterating records this past week despite only being released over a week ago. Since the release late on May 9th, the total prize pool for the International 2014 tournament has already risen to well over $5.9 million, a pretty significant increase from the $1.6 million starting point. Thanks to increased compendium sales over last year and the addition of compendium points, all but one of the stretch goals have currently been met, leaving only base customization at $6 million. That said, we wouldn't be surprised if the total had surpassed $6 million by the time this episode airs, given how fast the total is increasing. For a quick comparison, the total prize pool for the International 2013 only reached just under $2.9 million, meaning this year's prize pool has already more than doubled it, which is crazy when you consider there is still another 2 months to go before the tournament even begins. Valve released a new blog post to the Dota 2 website on Tuesday to express how shocked they were at the continued growth of the prize pool, while also announcing a slight tweak to the stretch goal page, which now shows the current status of all rewards. While Valve are still working to put the finishing touches to many of the stretch goals, a number of them have already been released in various patches over the past week. The loading screen texture, Arcana vote, Triumph HUD, and the Solo Championship vote have all been unlocked at the time of writing, and we're sure Valve will add one or two more of the other rewards over the next week or so. The loading screen texture and the Triumph HUD will both be awarded to Compendium owners once they next access their armory, while the Arcana and Solo Championship votes can both be found on their respective pages within the Compendium. More information on the Compendium and the prize pool can be found over on our full write-ups on ValveTime.net, which you can check out via links in the video description, which, as always, will be available alongside a variety of other links related to every other topic we're going to be discussing this week. With the prize pool rising steadily, the pressure is also building for every team involved in the international regional qualifiers, which are now underway. The Americas qualifier, which began on May 12th, concluded on May 16th with North American Rejects taking the first place, after a closely fought best-of-5 event against Team Liquid. After a slight delay pushed the final match of the series back from the 15th to the 16th, the game was over in just 19 minutes after some aggressive kills from NAR's Batrider and Templar Assassin helped their team exploit an early gold and experience advantage over Team Liquid. A series of aggressive pushes forced Team Liquid to call the GG before any of their hard carries were able to get enough farm. This 3-2 victory over Team Liquid puts North American Rejects into the main international event as the 12th team. On Monday, the Southeast Asia qualifiers also concluded, with Aero Gaming taking out MVP Phoenix 3-1 in the finales. Aero Gaming have now been named as the 13th team to join the main event, and we imagine they could likely make an interesting splash at the main event in July after only managing to give away less than a handful of games in the entire qualifiers. Both Team Liquid and MVP Phoenix will be given a second chance to join the main tournament in July, where they will fight against the runner-up teams from the other qualifiers in the hopes of securing the 16th and final position. The Chinese qualifier is set to begin on Tuesday, May 20th, with the European qualifier following several days later on May 24th. As always, we'll be sure to bring you the results of each event as soon as they are available. A new blog post released onto the Dota 2 website has detailed the previously revealed Dota 2 Fantasy League Season 1, which began on Monday the 19th of May 2014. The Fantasy League system functions similarly to fantasy football, allowing groups of friends to create their own unique custom teams of professional players who will compete based on how many points these players are awarded in real professional matches. Unlike last year's Fantasy League, which was simplistic and didn't really feature any way for players to easily compare scores with friends, Season 1 will allow players to create their own independent leagues which can be used to privately compete with each other in weekly head-to-head battles. Season 1 of the Dota 2 Fantasy League is currently set to run all the way until July 28th. To compete, players must purchase a compendium and use the ticket delivered to their armory upon completion of the transaction. A detailed FAQ released to the Dota blog has revealed many important details about the event, including how the team drafting system will work and the fact that a Season 2 will begin shortly after the conclusion of the International 2014 in late July. Be sure to check out the FAQ for yourself if you and your friends are looking to get stuck in. Oh, and before we start talking about other games, we thought we would throw out a quick plug for the Stanley Parable Announcer Pack, which was officially added into the Dota 2 store earlier this week. The pack sees Kevin Brighting return to his role as the narrator, who provides commentary on Dota 2 matches in his typically sarcastic and demeaning tone. As you would have guessed if you've played the Stanley Parable, or if you've checked out a review, the pack is absolutely hilarious and is definitely worth picking up if you're a fan of
digital sports.
A few weeks ago, we discussed the reveal of a new port of Left 4 Dead known as Left 4 Dead Survivors, being developed by TI4 exclusively for the Japanese arcade scene. Earlier this week, the first real trailer for the game was released, which has revealed the game will likely look and function almost identically to the original version, something not true of the Half-Life 2 Survivor port previously developed by TI4. The main difference between the original Left 4 Dead and Survivors appears to be the addition of 4 new Japanese characters, who will likely replace the Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 casts with new appearances and voice lines. That really is all we have to say about the trailer. It's definitely far from the best or highest quality trailer ever released, but it still might be worth a watch if you're interested. On last week's show, we reported about the cryptic announcement regarding the possibility of an Android port of Half-Life 2 for the Nvidia Shield. Well, we were all rather stunned to learn that Nvidia actually released the game onto the platform on Monday alongside Portal, something nobody really expected to see happen this quickly. Both games are now available from the Google Play Store for £9.99 in the UK and $9.99 in the US. But that isn't quite the end of the story. Shortly after the release of Half-Life 2 on Nvidia's Shield, we were notified about some previously unseen content hidden within the game files. The content, which was left within the Maps folder of the Android port, appears as 9 separate developer test levels likely used by Nvidia to experiment with the capabilities of Half-Life 2 in the source engine. Various tests are used across the map to find out what would or would not work on the Shield at different stages of development, including different types of lighting, physics, AI behavior, and a whole lot more. After bringing the map files over to a PC version of the game, we were able to play these test levels for ourselves, so we thought it might be interesting to release a new Spotlight exclusive to provide a close look at how each of the maps functions. The video features a few minutes of commentary to provide some context and to introduce the maps before a full 20 or so minute run-through of each and every map included in the files. A link to the video will be provided on screen in a few moments. And that brings us to the end of another week of Valve news. Before you go, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and to rate our Dota 2 announcer pack positively over on the Steam Workshop. If you like our content, be sure to share this video with your friends and to get involved with the community by signing up to the ValveTime.net forums. Thanks for watching and bye for now.